How is it possible to perceive the presence of soul within the body? We say body is alive because there is soul within the bodies. So how do you perceive that? Because we are unable to see the soul even with our most advanced microscopes. It's just like you don't see your mind, but that doesn't mean the mind does not exist. So some things cannot be seen in our present conditions, have to be perceived. So how do you perceive the presence of soul? There are several ways. We'll discuss two ways today. First case is when somebody we love dies. The body is lying there on the bed or on the floor, and I'm crying. My father has gone. My father, where have you gone? My father, or dear husband, whatever. And somebody comes and asks, "Excuse me, sir, why are you crying?" "No, my father has gone." "Hey, where is he gone?" "He's there. He's right here." "No, my father has gone." But that proves your father and the body were two different things. Your father, the soul, is not the body, because body is there. Then why are you crying? So father was different, and because the spirit, the soul, who was the father actually has gone, that's why you're crying. So all that is remaining is body. And now you have to just dispose of the body. Body is of no use. Either you cremate, bury, or whatever. So that is one way you can perceive that I am different from body. So I am the soul and I am different, separate from this body. Another way you can perceive the presence of soul is that the person is actually not the body. The person is the soul. Why? Because let's say I am Mr. XYZ and you are Mr. ABC. Now when we were babies, some relatives, they saw us babies. And now after 30 years, the relatives come along. They are not crying, "Arey, what happened to our Miss XYZ or ABC's persons? Why? We were in baby body, now we are grown up." So they understand the body has gone, that baby body has gone, and he has arrived in a youthful body. Doesn't matter, the person is same. I'm XYZ, you are ABC, so there is no problem. Person is there. And same way, when body will become old and useless, like grow very old, nobody will say, "Okay, this what happened? He was very young. That body is gone." No, because the person is same. So, infancy to childhood to youthhood to old age, body is transforming, but the soul, the person is the same. So there is no trouble, there is no problem. So that way you can perceive that my body is undergoing so many transformations, but I am the same person. That is why body and soul is different, and I am basically a soul. So I live in this body for certain period of time, and the problem is I think I am this body. Like you drive your car, I'm this car, No, you are different from the car. I'm this house. No, I live in the house. So I'm a person living in this body. And we are spending, so much time, money, and energy trying to make the body happy. We act as if the happiness of the body would give me the satisfaction, would give me the happiness. No. You try to, serve, you take care of the car, no problem. But just taking of the car, polishing it and servicing it is not going to satisfy your hunger, or will not work for you. You need to take care of the car as well as yourself. So that is why this whole modern civilization, taking care of the body, we have invented so many things now. We have got big cars, nice apartments, we have got big air conditioned cities, so many facilities, but we have not become any more happier than we were, let's say, 50 or 100 years. It's rather the opposite actually. And the countries with the best facilities for the body are not the happiest ones either. Europe and America, there are so many psychiatric issues. A large chunk of population is taking psychotropic drugs. They are into intoxication. Countries are surviving on antidepressants, whereas you find a poorer country, people are very happy. I mean, you can see so why is it so? Because just taking care of the body is not going to make you any more happy, any more satisfied in life. So the real satisfaction finally comes down to the satisfaction of the soul. And soul is seeking, is crying like a fish. All it needs is water. So the soul, all it needs, is super soul, the supreme soul, God. And that once you have that relationship, that connection, then you become yayatma samprasidati. Not satisfied, completely satisfied in life. So that is the secret, and that you have to engage in the spiritual pursuits. You have to take up spiritual activities. And in this age, the prime spiritual activity is actually chanting of the holy name. We, for example, we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We feel very happy, satisfied in life. This is the point.